I'm joined now by David Benavidez. You've had some time now to settle back and think about what you accomplished in the most recent fight against Demetrius Andrade, kind of a classic tactical setup between a power puncher and a counter puncher. How did the outcome of the fight and the progress of the fight match your expectations going in?
To be honest with you, it went exactly as I planned it. You know, everything that we set up, all the game plans that we had for this fight, and it went exactly as planned. I knew he was going to be trying to use the ring in the first couple rounds. But, you know, like I tell everybody, this is a 12-round fight. You have to go in there, you have to download data, you have to fill the punches out, and then you have to go to work. I started pressing the jab early in the fight, and then I don't know if anybody caught it, but like towards the end of the first round, I caught him with the little hook. And I knew that hurt him because his eyes got watered. And then so towards the second round, you know, we start working on the body. We attempted an overhand right, and I hit him right in the chest, like in the beginning of the third round. And then after, when I caught him with the big overhand right, you know, through the split the guard in the fourth round, and, you know, that really just changed the trajectory of the fight. And I don't think he ever recovers from that. And then, you know, we're going back to the corners. My father telling me to just keep putting on the pressure and doing what I'm doing. And at the end of the day, it was just too much. The gas tank, the engine, the pressure, the body shots, and everything. It was just too much. And, you know, he ended up folding in the sixth round.
So most scorers had him winning the first couple of rounds. I thought that he was enough within the tactical framework of what he wanted to do that was justifiable. I did not notice what you say about watering his eyes with the quick left hook toward the end of the second round, but that obviously reflects the fact that you have special power. And special power is a unique asset that I think a relatively small number of fighters have. Would you say that the biggest difference between you and a fighter like Andrade is your ability to hurt him with any punch you throw at any time?
And yes, it's not only ability to hurt him, it's also adjusting and knowing where to place the shots at. You know, the shot that I threw at the end of the fourth round, you know, it was a very small window to land that shot. But I knew, because from practicing from the whole camp, that he was going to put his hand up. He was going to be trying to block a shot from the outside. But if I go in, it was going to be a small window to land it. And I did land it. So also just being able to adjust, doing different things in the ring. You know, my body attack, you know, I had a great body attack too. And I think everything that I worked on in the camp, it just showed. And, you know, it was just accumulation of things that really just ended up winning me the fight.
How much of the adjustment was seeming, at least to my eyes, to really concertedly switch focus from searching for the head to going at the body toward the end of the second and going forward into the third, fourth, and fifth rounds?
Yeah, I mean, that's always a big part. That's always a big part of the game plan. We never try to really focus on the head too much. We know we want to go and beat the body up, because at the end of the day, that's really what carries all the stamina. And I think from the body work that I did too, it was just too much for him. And, you know, towards the end of the sixth round, he kind of looked gassed, not only because he gassed himself out, because I took everything out of him. Those body shots, there were some vicious body shots, and they're taking everything out of him. And I think him just being hurt from all the headshots and everything, it was just too much for him, and he just gave up.
Yeah, as a layman who arrived at boxing well into my sports commentary career, I remember thinking that one of the most enlightening things I learned, and one of the most important things I learned, was from the number of fighters who would tell me body punches hurt more than headshots. Body punches more often catch you in unexpected ways. You really hurt him with the body shots in the fourth and fifth round.
Yeah, and the body shots, they linger. They linger out through the whole fight. I mean, you might feel it a little bit when you get hit, but it's basically like taking the air out of the tires. And we knew that. We knew we had a great body attack, and we just kept doing what we were doing, you know, closing up the gap, putting up the pressure. Like I said, it was a perfect game plan. And I'm just happy that I was able to shut all my doubters out in such a good way. And everything I said I was going to do, I didn't lie. You know, I went out there and did exactly everything I said I was going to do. So that is just me giving me more fuel to the flame. And it's just, you know, I have so much confidence right now, and I'm just, you know, ready to get back in the gym and, you know, continue working on the stuff we need to work on.
So what are we going to do with all this confidence It would appear to me that the logical business outlook for you at this moment is let's create a fight with Canelo Alvarez as rapidly as possible. Is that where you stand?
Yeah, so we're talking with Samson Lukowitz and Mauricio Suleiman. When I talked to them last week, they said that they were going to try to negotiate a fight with Canelo in May.
They want to see me versus Canelo, and that's what we want too. I'm the youngest super middleweight champion of the world, 3-time world champion. Now just give me the fight that we all want to see. Who wants to see David Benavidez versus Canelo?
Now that I take a look at social media and everything, now he says that he has 3 potential fighters for May, and I'm not one of them. I think 3 of them, it's Charlo, Crawford, and Munguia. So we're just kind of sitting here waiting to see what happens. But I mean, if we don't end up getting those fights in May anyways, I really do want to keep this momentum going, and hopefully we might get a fight with Charlo. So we're just gonna keep in the gym, keep preparing, and keep waiting for what's next.
So when you say Charlo, you're talking about Jamal, the slightly older, slightly larger brother. And he looked better than I expected him to look in his undercard fight on that particular action.
Yeah, I mean, so now, I mean, he looked good. He came back, he got his cobwebs off. But I feel like that's a good fight for me too, because that's a revenge fight. He beat my brother, so now I got to go beat him. So it's a good storyline. Charlo's one of the best anyways. He's coming up to 168, and it's a fight that we've been wanting for a long, long time. So I mean, I think there is opportunity for us to make that fight happen.
How much longer can you keep this body functioning at 168?
As long as I keep on the diet, keep doing what I'm supposed to do and don't blow up in weight. I mean, right now I'm at 185. So, we're going to keep monitoring this weight and keep it on check. And like I said, I'm already going to go back into the gym today. I'm going to the gym right after we finish talking here. So, like I said, man, I'm just very happy with everything that we've done. I'm just very excited for what's going to come in the future. And like I said, I am going to be the best of my generation when I'm done. And now we just got to keep putting in the work to make that happen.
If 168-pound fighters like Canelo and Jamal decide that the better part of valor is to avoid you for right now, where do you put Dimitri Bivol on your menu?
Then I think if that happens, I think we have to go up to 175 right away. I mean, I don't want to waste any more time, and I want to chase greatness. I know Dimitri Bivol very well. I mean, we sparred a lot back then. We had some great sparring sessions. So, I mean, and then also, too, Dimitri Bivol doesn't really have anybody else to fight right now. You know what I mean? So I feel like that would be a great fight. We could make it happen, and we could have a massive fight.
Somewhere off in the distance is the possibility of becoming a heavyweight. You were at that weight when you were 12, 13, 14 years old. Is it just a matter now of putting all of the weight back in the right structure that could possibly guide you on a path toward becoming a heavyweight fighter?
Yeah, I think so. I think we have to start off with cruiserweight first. And then, just basically have the right training, the right strength training. But I definitely do. I feel like it can be done. I mean, back then when I was 13 years old, I used to spar big heavyweights, and I used to take those punches just fine when I was a 13-year-old kid. So I feel like now we'll have no problem, and that's definitely is a challenge I'm willing to chase. And like I said, I definitely do want to be the best, and if that's the direction I have to go in, that's what we're going to do.
I think it could reinvent the entire appeal of Mexican-American boxing if you achieve that particular goal, but I don't want to rush you. You're doing great things right at this moment. So thank you very much for your time, and we look forward to seeing what choice now emerges for the next big appearance of David Benavidez.
Thank you, sir.